fun. All right, so problem number 18, less than 4.6. Let's pick it apart. So important part here is that a BAC is a percent. Percent is out of 100. So for example, in part number 1 here, I'm given a BAC of 0.02%. So 0.2% really means 0.2 out of 100, because percent means out of 100. I could leave it as a fraction like that, or I could divide by 100 and shift the decimal. So that would be 0.002. So that is 0.2% as a decimal there. And what we want to do is we want to rewrite this as grams of alcohol for every 1,000 grams of blood. So that right there, that 0.002 is equal to what out of 1,000? And this one is actually pretty easy if you read the number properly. So when I say 0.002, that's slang. The proper way to read it is to identify the place value. And so here I have tenths there, and then hundredths there, and thousandths there. So the proper way to read that number is 2 thousandths. And hey, look, there's 1,000. So the answer I must be looking for is that there are 2 grams of alcohol for every 1,000 grams of blood. If you didn't realize that, you could always solve this by multiplying the 1,000 to the other side. So that would be another way to do this. 0.002 equals what out of 1,000? You just multiply both sides by 1,000. 1,000 cancels on that side, so we get our missing number is whatever 1,000 times 0.002 is, and if you ask your calculator better say it is 2. Otherwise, something's very wrong. Okay. So BAC of 0.02% means there are 2 grams of blood for every 1,000 grams of blood. I weigh about 150 pounds, which means there's about 5,000-ish grams of blood in my body. So in my body, there are about 5,000 grams of blood flowing through me. It's probably just a tiny bit more than that. So if I wanted to know if I had a BAC of 0.2, how much alcohol is actually in my system? So 0.002 equals what out of 5,000? I would just multiply by 5,000 to get that. So if, again, I have a BAC of 0.002, let's just see it, I'm curious. All right, and again, if you weren't sure about the 0.02, you would just take the 0.2, divide by 100 to get rid of the percent, and then if I just compare that by multiplying by 5,000, that means at 0.2, I would have 10 grams of alcohol in my system. I think I would be wasted if that were the case, and probably not conscious. That's frightening. All right. But here they ask us about a 200-pound male who has about 6,200 grams of blood. So it's really not much different than looking at the 1,000 or the 5,000 or the 6,200. For this individual here, I want to know, again, if they have a 0.2%, which we know now really as a decimal is 0.002, we want to know how much alcohol is that out of 6,200 grams of blood. So all we have to do is multiply that 6,200 to the other side and ask our calculator, what is that multiple? And that'll tell us how many grams of blood would be in this person's system. Calculator again, 0.002 times 6,200. They would have 12.4 grams of alcohol in their system, which is quite a lot. That may kill me. And in this case, I want a sentence. So what a good sentence. So if you, in this box, if you just wrote 12.4, that's not an answer. So let me see. Using the writing principle, I want to be specific about that. Okay, so a 200-pound male BAC of 0.2%, about 12.4 grams of alcohol in their bloodstream, in their system, however you want to put it. Alcohol in their system. That's a good sentence that takes in most of the information up here. And I think 200 pounds is a better statement than that they have 6,200 grams of blood, but you could put that in there too if you want, but I think this is pretty good right there. And that answer up there was 10. And then for a question like this, it says, hey, this question contains parts that must be graded by your instructor. They'll show a 0 until they are graded. So I need to go in and look to see what you typed. Oops, I got that one wrong. What did I get wrong? Oh, no, that one was just 2. That 10 was from me if I was 150 pounds. There we go. Yeah, so this one doesn't get a grade yet until I go in and grade it, which I will do today or tomorrow.